Yeah, no good on the smaller arms too. You got, you see there's rust on them, so we'll have to sand them like the handle and this trim piece. And we're gonna go paint, so we'll see how it looks. Here's what I'm going to try on these arms. They mount on each side of the CRT housing. I've already wet sanded them with some 600 grit and some 1000 grit to get them as smooth as I can. And you can see their surface gone, finish is gone on a lot of it. Kind of rough, and I just have some screws, this cardboard to hold them up. And I think I can get some paint on them like that. This one's pretty heavy. I may have to probably get another box out here to prop it up with. Okay, have them propped up to where I can put some paint on them. And here's the paint I'll be using. Thought about using this silver. This is actually a metallic silver. Putting it on first and then spraying the gold on top of that. But I think I'm just going to go with the gold. Then I can spray some clear over the top of it to give it some shine. Alright, that's one coat. And I think I like the color. Called Metallic Champagne Bronze. Pretty close match to what was on it. So we'll let that dry, give it another coat. I'm pleased with the color of the arms and the handle and the little trim piece that goes on the front of the cabinet. But I think I might need to put some clear. They do shine okay, but they're kind of a matte finish. And the clear will give them some shine, plus it will protect the paint, because these could be easily scratched if they get dinged. These could be easily scratched with just paint on here, so I think I'm going to put some clear on here also. And I'll just use this polyurethane. Give a little shine and some protection too. Well, let's see what we can do with this screen cover. I have wiped it off, but as you can see, pretty deep scratches. It's hazy. I'm going to try using some scratch remover just by hand. We'll see if we can get a lot of these out. Hopefully most of them out. We can go the wet sanding route if we have to, but let's try the hand buffing. Here's what I'll be trying. It's called a scratch remover. Removes fine scratches, so we'll see how that works. And I'll just be using just a soft cloth. I've used this scratch remover on several sets, not just the Predictas, but on some sets with the plastic implosion shield or the picture tube, and most of the time it does a pretty good job. Now I'll take a dry cloth, wipe it off. I do have a scratch right there, but I can't feel it, so hopefully it'll buff out. Kind of hazy on this side, and up here you see some scratches, and there's the area that I just buffed. I'm going to get to work on the rest of this, then I'll show you the completed cover. Now this area right here, that's some pretty deep scratches there and there. That one's not too bad, but we'll see how this works on those. That's a pretty good first pass, so I'm going to go over these deeper scratches one more time. And I think we're going to call this good once we get those out. Now, if I wanted to get all of those scratches out, yes, I could wet sand it. I've done that in the past, but I really consider wet sanding and buffing as a last resort, because, you know, what if the screen cracked, or what if you got a dull spot in it where you got it too hot when you were buffing it. A lot of things can happen, and as good as this looks, I'm satisfied with the way it turned out. Alright, one final step. This is called ceramic spray coating. I use this on my '66 Mustang. Really does a nice job of making paint shine, and it protects it. So we're going to put spray a light coat of it over this screen, and just using a microfiber cloth, good and soft. I think it does give it a little more of a shine, and hey, it may keep that bad smell away for a longer period of time if you use this. Now let's see what we can do with this rear cover. I don't have high hopes of making this look perfect because it's got a lot of dings in it. Big scratches right here. And the first thing I'm going to clean it with is hand cleaner. Now this doesn't have pumice in it. It's just a smooth type hand cleaner. So here's a look before we get started. Wiping here. That's scratches and dings, but this will at least get the dirt off. And after 60 plus years, these do discolor. You can see the difference in color where that band goes around to hold the front and the back together. So kind of a light tan, and this is more of a light brown. But they definitely fade. Alright, now we're going to wipe the inside out. I'll just use some Windex paper towels. Get rid of the dirt. I have quite a few scuff marks. These dark marks here that's in the cover. I've tried several different things. I tried alcohol. I tried WD-40. I tried mineral spirits. But here's what I found that will take it off. This is just a contact cleaner. Now you don't want to put a whole lot of this on. It could possibly eat into this plastic. I don't think it will, but you know, just be careful if you try this. But just a little bit on this paper towel on the edge here, and it seems to be taking off those dark marks. And just make sure you wipe it off before you leave the contact cleaner on there very long. Well, we're going to call that good as we can get it. And cleaned up the back cover also. I think I'll put a coat of that silicone spray, that ceramic coating, on this too. Alright, we're going to call that finished.
We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.